The reason you feel like you've lost your confidence might not be because of what you think. It's not because of your body, because of your job, because of your relationships. It's because somewhere along the way, you stopped showing up for yourself. Maybe you promised yourself that you'd join a gym, or you'd start eating healthier, or that you'd start to socialize more with your friends. And by not doing these things, it doesn't mean that you failed, but this is exactly how confidence starts to weaken, because you don't follow through on the things you said you would. And today I'm going to show you how you can rebuild that trust, how you can start showing up for yourself again, and how to reclaim your confidence that maybe you have had before. You just need some new clarity again on how you can get it back. Now, something about confidence is that it is just not going to magically appear overnight. It is built every single day through the actions that you take and the promise that you make to yourself, to your friends, to your partner. It is not just going to show up by waiting. As a health and fitness coach, something that I hear a lot from women is, once I get my body back, then I'll be confident. Or once I hit X weight, then I'll be happy. Or even things like, I'll start the gym when I have more time, when I feel better in myself, when I don't have trips coming up. And what you're actually doing by saying these things is you're just delaying the time for you actually to get there. Because confidence is built by doing the things, not by thinking about them, not by waiting for them. And you can sit there and just wait for these days where you magically wake up and feel more confident. But I can guarantee you'll probably be waiting a very long time. And we can sit here and make excuses like, I don't have the time, I lack the motivation, I just don't have the willpower. But if I'm being honest with you, it is not those things. It is because you stop trusting yourself. And every time you tell yourself you're going to do something and you don't, you're just chipping away at that trust. Because if you've told yourself you're going to go to the gym, but then you skip it because you're a bit tired, or you tell yourself you're going to eat healthier, but you end up getting a takeaway at the weekend because you can't be asked to cook, or you give yourself a step target and each day you don't hit it because it's a little bit cold. And every time you break these little promises, you're actually just making it a lot harder to trust yourself. And then you'll start telling your things like, I'm a failure, or I'm just not good enough, or it just doesn't work for me. But you're none of those things. And actually what you need to do is just be more disciplined with yourself. You need to do the hard shit, and you need to keep promises to yourself, because the more you break them, the easier it is for you to just keep saying no to yourself. And the more you break these little promises, the harder it's going to be to actually build up that self-trust again when life gets even busier. We haven't even touched on kids, hormones, stress, your job, because there's going to be times in your life where you're more stressed at work, your kids are playing up, your hormones are all over the place. Life is going to throw you barriers all the time, which is going to make it even harder for you to show up consistently for yourself. So you really need to get into that rhythm of actually keeping the promises to yourself, so that when life does get even busier, you're not just throwing the towel in, you're not just stopping. Because at this point, you've already built discipline, you've already built resilience, you've already built the routine and the habits to make yourself a non-negotiable when life gets even busier. And here's the big shift that I want you to think about. Confidence isn't something that you feel. Confidence is earned through the actions that you take. It is built by constantly doing something that you say you will. When you start showing up for yourself again, when you raise your standards, when you follow through on the shit that you say you're gonna do, you are literally training your brain to trust you more and more. And that trust transitions into confidence. And women who seem naturally more confident aren't better than you. They're not more motivated. They just simply have mastered how to show up for themselves day after day, whatever life has thrown at them, adapting to the situation they're in, no matter what is going on in their life. And I wanna get personal here for a moment, because in 2024, I did lose a lot of confidence in myself. In my body, in my business, in my relationships, my life decisions. And honestly, a big reason why I lost confidence in a lot of areas of my life is because I did stop showing up for myself. And admittedly, I played the victim in my own life. I leaned into safety and comfort rather than actually tackling the hard shit, rather than trying to overcome it. And I kept breaking the promises that I made to myself. And this was going on for a while because I was waiting for the right time for life to calm down. But by that point, it was too late. My confidence had already been knocked, and it made it a lot harder to pick myself back up again. And the deeper you get yourself into these holes, the harder it is to try and get back up. However, we did pick ourselves back up, and through certain actions, I did start to rebuild that trust within myself again. And I committed to the promises that I made for myself again that aligned with who I knew I always was. And this is when I actually created the RISE framework that we now teach inside of our coaching for our clients, so that they can actually start to rebuild the trust back in themselves through health, through fitness, their mindset, the daily habits, their behaviors, their choices, And by following through on the actions that we work together on, this is helping them to build the confidence back in themselves because they're keeping a promise to themselves. And we work with a lot of busy women. They are mums, they're high up in their jobs, they've got demanding careers, other commitments. So we know that life is always going to throw you barriers. It's always going to be constant. It's always going to feel chaotic. But what we do is we teach them how to be consistent even when life gets loud, so they can build up resilience through the imperfect times. We hold them accountable to their goals, to their habits, no matter how big or small, because this reinforces the identity of the woman who keeps promises to herself. We make sure they have the right strategy and support for their training, for their nutrition, so that they have clear direction and clarity on how to get their desired results. And lastly, we help them see how this can actually unlock confidence in other areas of their life, in their career, relationships, family life, overall happiness. Because remember, confidence isn't a feeling. It is a byproduct of you following through on your word. And every time you honor the words to yourself, your confidence will undoubtedly grow. So if you are a woman who wants to build more confidence in your body, your skin, your clothes, your social events, your relationships, you want to feel sexy when you're naked in front of your partner, you want to show up to social events in outfits that make you look fire, you want to stop hiding in photos, you want to wear a bikini on the beach, whatever it is, please remember that you are not going to get there if you are just waiting for it. That confidence won't just appear overnight. It is earned through the daily actions and promises that you are making to yourself. And if right now the end goal and desire seems way far away, then just remember to start small. Pick 1 or 2 promises that you'll keep to yourself this week. Maybe it's getting to the gym 3 times, or cooking from home instead of getting a takeaway, or going out for a 30-minute walk every single day. Just make sure you stick to it. And if you do that, then just watch how quickly your self-trust improves, and you will honestly feel so good in yourself. So if there's anything that I want you to take from this video, it's to start today. And if you found like this video hit you, and you want to start rebuilding your trust again, you want to start reclaiming your confidence, I'll leave a link in the description box so you can join Rise Coaching. And I'll take you through the exact framework on how we can help you to rebuild your self-trust and how to reclaim your confidence.